Mawson Stadium. Welcome along for the people who are going against Exeter Chiefs. We are getting ready, and it is time to bring you the team news. First up, the Exeter Chiefs, number 15, Mary Elworthy. Number 14, Katie Buchanan. Number 13, Nancy McGilvray. Number 12, Alex Tessier. Number 11, Sabrina Pooley. Number 10, Liz McGovern. Number 9, Laura Robinson. Number 1, Hope Rogers. Number 2, Emily Titosi. Number 3, Amy Lee. Number 4, Linda Gambaro. Number 5, Adam Newman. Captain, number 6, Emily Robinson. Number 7, Maisie Allen. And finally, number 8, Gabriella Israeli. Nice to say that I want to hear you. Who wants to hear the Sarah Sharks team news? Here we go, starting with number 15, Lizzie Duffy. Number 14, Laura Lloyd. Number 13, Laura Barron. Number 12, Katara Howard.
Post-game interviews.
Number 11, Shona Campbell.
Get down to the defenders as possible.
Number 10, Holly Aitson. Number 9, Amy Rose. Number 1, Pat Powers. Number 2, Millie Hinman. Number 3, Nick James. Number 4, Eva Donaldson. Number 5, Erica Jarrow Cersei. Number 6, our Kilpatrick, sponsored by the Bread Factory, Georgie Harris Redding. Number 7, Katie Childs. And completing your lineup today, number 8, Sharifa Kessler. Not waiting to go now until the Sarah Sharks get in action. It's time to get excited.
I'm about to flip the script, flip the switch, magic trick, watch this, watch this. I'm about to make you trip, make you glitch, camera click, watch this, watch this. I put it like gold, check out the view. Out with the old, and in with the new. I'm in my new era, I'm better in my new era. I'm better in my new era.
A very good afternoon to you from the Mawson Stadium in Sale on the outskirts of Manchester for the first game of PWR Round 5 this weekend. I'm Andrew McKenna, delighted to welcome you along for this afternoon's game. Molly Wright is alongside me for this one. Very good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Absolute pleasure. It is another banging weekend of PWR Rugby coming your way. We are the first game to kick off, but we're not the only one today because we've got plenty of action, as I say. Gloucester, Hartpury, Saracens, Exeter and Trailfinders, as it stands, are your top four. But as you can see, there is not many points between them and the chasing pack, and that is where you'll see the Sale Sharks there on 8 points, so they can close the gap on Trailfinders, who are in the fourth spot at the moment. So plenty of opportunities to pick up points, and that is how they will do it today. Sale Sharks against Exeter Chiefs are here. Loughborough Lightning against the Leicester Tigers, and Trailfinders against Saracens coming your way. As you saw there, there is an East Midlands derby coming your way. Nick Heath can tell you all about that one.
Round 5 of the PWR is here at Sint Stadium at Franklin's Gardens for the East Midlands Derby. Loughborough Lightning taking on Leicester Tigers. Lightning, who find themselves in 5th, looking to break into that top 4, while Leicester Tigers are looking for their first win of the season. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff and it's live on BBC iPlayer.
Thank you, Nick. So here we go then. It is the Sale Sharks taking on the Exeter Chiefs. Molly, as a Sale Sharks player, first of all, it's a home game for you, so ready to go this afternoon. What are you looking forward to most about this one?
Look, we expect this game to be a physical match, so it's really going to be a battle for the forwards. And I don't know if you've stepped out on the pitch today, but it's going to be squelchy underfoot. So I'm expecting strong attacking and defensive performances from the forwards, and hopefully with some of the firepower in the backs. There's some stars in there. We've
got a great matchup in the number 10 shirt. Holly Aitchison against Liv McGovern. It's a game today that you've got to kick well tactically, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Like that territory game from both of them, phenomenal kickers. If you lose that territory battle, it's going to be really, really hard to have a strong platform to attack and score points.
It is, as it's already mentioned, it's a heavy pitch. However, it could be considerably worse. I do have to tell you, as I drove up this morning, it was bouncing down in the surrounding areas. As you can see on the pictures, there are some heavy clouds around, but they stopped depositing rain a while ago. So thankfully, it's actually not bad. And it's not that cold either. So thankfully, as you can see, I've decided to dispense with the coat for the time being. The Scotland and New Zealand and standing next to me has decided to go full rugged up, though. So
no, I mean, I live here full time, so I'm under no illusions about how this day might progress.
Okie dokie. Right, so let's get into the build-up to this one properly, and let's start with hearing from the Sale Sharks squad, and let's hear from head coach Tom Hudson, who spoke with us earlier.
Tom, first game of the weekend to kick off, always a good opportunity to get some points on the board early doors and if you like, put some pressure on the other teams, I guess.
It is, yeah, it is. And just looking at ourselves, we've had a good result against Leicester, with it being our only win, and we are certainly chasing a second win this weekend, definitely.
You managed to pick up bonus points in each game so far, which I know has been a target for you, so that must please you with the way it's gone, even though you've not got the W.
Yeah, it has. Like I think I said to you, in the week, we're careful of using that as a successful metric, but it does give us foundations and pillars that we can work off. The challenge for us, I said this goes in the week, that we're really good at what we work on in the week, but you can't work on the 50, 60 attributes of rugby in one training week. So we've just got to hold on to what was good in the Gloucester Hartpury game, or the few things that were good in the Ealing game, or the good stuff at Leicester, and we've got to introduce more and more stuff while holding on to the good stuff. So we need to make sure that we tie our performance together.
To pick on something else that you said to us during the week, you're excited about the bench today to be able to get maybe that potential bit more depth.
We are, yeah, and don't be surprised if, after 20, 30 minutes that you see some of those girls. We've got some tactical decisions on the bench. It's not surprised that big and heavy and strong and powerful is the generic theme, and we want to make sure that we've got that at minute 80 as well as minute 1.
And obviously, home game, you know this pitch well. It is fairly heavy, though, so actually rolling the bench at the right time is going to be significant.
It is, and obviously the pitch we can't really control. The pitch that both teams have to deal with, what we can control is our game management. So I hope you see some game management, some early kicking, some early chasing, some early pinning them in their own half and 22, hopefully. And then hopefully in the second half you might see a little bit more adventure, power play, attack.
Well, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Steve, you've got the full Manchester welcome with the weather today, but it's a good-looking pitch, and therefore we should get a good game of rugby out of it.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, it's very. This is nice for Manchester, isn't it? To be fair, I'm from Sheffield, so I know this weather. I know it well. But I think every time we've been here, this is the conditions that we've played in. So it's not massively unusual. But look, it's drizzling rather than heavy rain. Yes, the pitch is a little bit heavy, but it's both the same. Same for both teams. So hopefully we'll get a decent game.
On the teams, you named your squad yesterday, but you've had to make a change today. Can you just explain what's happening?
Yeah, Claudia McDonald's just got a little bit of a wrist issue. We're not well. I say a little bit. We're not sure to what extent yet. She needs to see the doctor next week, when we'll have a better idea of whether it's a 1 week or a more significant thing. But look, we're really fortunate that we've got really good depth in our squad. So Claude goes out, but we're really fortunate that Sabrina Poulan comes in. You know, she's a Canadian international. Very similar to Claudia in that she's very, very quick. So very much a like-for-like swap, and we got huge confidence in Sabrina.
Just to hark back to last week, your defensive effort was outstanding. I guess you'd like to see that again, but in a way you wouldn't like to see that again, because that would mean you'd be coughing up the ball. So which version do you want to see today?
Well, I mean, that second half last week, the week before, we did literally spend 30% of the second half with the ball. So obviously we defended for 70% of the time. I'd like to see that number a little bit more even for the duration of the game today. So I'd take 50-50. So if that allows us to build pressure when we've got the ball, look, we know as a rule of thumb we can rely on our defence. It's something that's always stood us in good stead. But it'll get tested today. You know, Sale aren't the Sale of the last 2 or 3 years. They've signed some fantastic players, and they bring genuine threats right across the field. So, you know, if we are going to limit their try scoring opportunities today, we are going to have to be right on it defensively.
Thank you. Go well.
All right. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
So there you go. Both camps, we've heard from them. We'll take you through the teams in just a minute. But Molly, I just want to pick up on something that Tom Hudson said at the end of his interview, talking about potentially rolling the bench much earlier today, maybe even in the first half. That's a big call.
Oh, look, they've got to try something different. They've not won enough games in the last few games. And if you have a look at the back rowers that they can bring on, that game changes. You got Morwenna Talling, who's had a phenomenal World Cup.
Absolutely. Right, teams are with us, so let's take you through the teams that we've got on duty for this one today. We start with the Sale Sharks. There are 6 changes from the side that were on duty down at Gloucester Hartbury. Amelia Hyman, Eva Donaldson, Georgie Perrius-Redding, Amy Ralph, Laura Perrin and Shona Campbell are all into the starting lineups. As we flipped it over to the Chiefs. Oh, there's the bench for you as well. And quickly looking at the Exeter side, they have made 3 changes from the side that was on duty against Harlequins, with Claudia McDonald being ruled out. Maddie Fairnarty and Talika Menin, also missing out. Amy Rule, Abby Dogood and Sabrina Poulan are into the starting lineups. And a relatively inexperienced front row replacement bench, but we'll see them during the afternoon. Daniel Rowlands is the man with the whistle for this one this afternoon. He's got Jason Garrick and Simon Park doing duties, running the lines. And here we go then. It is going to be the Chiefs kicking us off. There is not a breath of wind going around this place. So it might be damp, it might be a little bit heavy, but you haven't got wind to contend with. Here we go then. Opportunity to go deep straight away. And Sale elect to go for the safety of touch on the far side. Exeter got a chance to get straight into their attacking shape with a line out. Emily Tuitosi to throw. Good drill to the back. As we mentioned, it is a greasy ball. It's not going to be easy to go to the back of the line out, but it does set things up. And there's the opportunity for McGilvray to bring it forward, but Sale have made a right old mess of that and stolen it. Emily Robinson in with the tackle. There's the opportunity to get some width on it. Laura Perrin with the carry there. Another strong carry, met with another strong defensive shot. Now they've gone 3 phases here, not really gone that far. And I thought that might be the case. Holly Aitchison puts it up. Oh, it finds grass. Liv McGovern on her 50th appearance as a Chief brings it forward. The tackle made by Amelia Heinemann. Emily Robinson with the carry once again. I think you might see quite a lot of tactical kicking in this one this afternoon, Molly.
Yeah, we're expecting the ball to be greasy, so going to be challenging to take that ball in the air. It's one for Lizzie Duffy now. Safe hands.
And does well, gets half through the first tackle. Amy Ralph continues the forward momentum. Can they clear out the ruck area? They can, but it is slow ball. So again, if you've got a world-class 10, you might as well use it.
We're in for a treat today. You've got 2 of them.
It is a day for a masterclass of number 10 tactical kicking play. That's a great tackle. Chiefs keep hold of the ball though. And into the back line it goes through Tessier. Now it continues the width. Out to Sabrina Poulin. Tip on pass. Emily Robinson rides the tackle. Presentation is clean. Sister Flo whips it away. And up it goes. Duffy safely.
Keep retreating. Now you're on.
Tessier's waiting for that one.
Why retreat?
Returns fire. Oh, Aitchison's caught that one beautifully. Which way is it bouncing? It's an absolute ripper. Safely into touch and a 50-22.
Oh, she's absolute class act there. Pressure's coming on with that kick chase and just slots it into that coffin corner.
Well, she is from the northwest of England, a Formby girl originally, but she's joined from Bristol, and that's what you get when you sign a quality international player. Right, chance for Sale with an attacking line out. It's rolling around. They've managed to shear off a few of those white shirts. And it creeps ever closer. There it is. Into the line it goes. Opportunity for Howard. Can't quite get there.
Back foot.
Offloaded to Pearce. Has she got it down? No. Referee says held up, goal line dropout.
Do you know what? The defensive performances from both sides here has actually been really, really classy. Not a lot of errors coming in.
Behind the ball, please.
Now, a couple of weeks ago, in their last game, Exeter made 294 tackles when they played Harlequins. The top 5 tacklers in the entire PWR were Chiefs players that day. They were put under duress in that second half. They're going to need to channel something similar today, you would imagine, because here come the Sharks once again. Nice move, good pass as well. Opportunity out to the right-hand side. Here it comes for the Sharks. Lloyd round the corner, 5 tries on the season. First points of the afternoon.
She's a winger that does what she does best. Score tries for Sale, score tries for country. She's another excellent signing that's come into the group this year.
What a few months for Rona Lloyd. 4 tries in 4 games at the Rugby World Cup. back to the PWR. 5 tries in 5 games.
Look, she's a great athlete. Another classic winger try there. Doesn't have to work that hard. The hard work's done earlier. And the likes of Howard and Casolo who have found that space for her, but he's still got to be a top quality finisher.
Guys, how's the space on the back foot?
And I'll keep reminding you, because it might not be coming across on the pictures, this is a wet, greasy ball. That is very slick handling.
Just the intent to want to attack in this it shows the skill set. It shows that they've been working on it, training.
And if you score a brilliant try, you might as well back it up with a brilliant conversion. Full 7. What a start for the Sharks.
Certainly Tom Hudson's not going to be complaining about that start.
Well, that is perfect from a Sharks point of view. Exeter had the early phases, but didn't really set up camp in and around the Sharks 22. It was the
Hold in front, wait!
Sharks then who managed to get themselves into the game. And they now have the lead.
We spoke about the importance of that territory battle, and Aitchison's kicking gets them into the zone to be able to convert. Exeter are going to have to look to do the same.
Tessier did well to take that ball. It was actually behind her. Sharks have got a hand in on it. Oh, Hope Rogers introduces herself to the Sale guard defenders.
Advantage over.
She's done that to a few people around the world over the last few years.
I definitely wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that kind of treatment today.
Hold in front.
Goes up from McGovern. Taken well.
Sorry, didn't see it.
And the mark is called. So the fair catch and the free kick. And Sale can safely clear away.
I think for the moment they're just looking really composed in those with their decision making there. Secure the ball, exit up the pitch.
Here we go. Pick and go round the edge. The USA international.
In and set, Chiefs.
Emily Robinson calls it, but the Sharks have got up in front. Erica Jarrell-Searcy. Just a little bit in front of Emily Robinson there, which made the throw that little bit more difficult. And some nice little break by Paris Redding as well now.
Take it back. Hold 7. Thank you. Inside.
Elworthy gathers in and clears to touch, makes a few metres. This is a fantastic start from the Sharks. This is everything that Tom Hudson and the rest of the coaches would have been working for.
Oh, absolutely, and I think there have been patches of this that we've seen in the last 4 games. What we're hoping for as a Sale Sharks group going forward is that that can be turned into an 80-minute performance. Let's watch them maintain that as we come into this lineup.
Hindman throws. Now, there were hands in there. Because it was competed, it means that the throw has to be straight. It wasn't, therefore Exeter get the choice and have elected to go with the scrum. I like that, Lloyd. Are you all in favour of that?
Very much so. I think as a thrower, you want, if you're going to turn over possession, you want there to be some kind of positive action to happen. So as the defence, my positive action is that I've got up, you must now throw the ball straight.
Absolutely. So you see this red scrum cap of Emily Robinson there. If the Chiefs don't put anyone into the air, the theory is, well, you're not going to win the line out anyway, therefore it doesn't need to be as straight. That's then the gamble. If you're going to throw it slightly squint and they suddenly put someone up, you've got a problem. That's why we've got a scrum. Solid, good platform. Gabriella Negrelli bringing it away and making good meters as well. Almost up to halfway. Robinson back to McGovern. Oh, manages to find grass as well. And that's not going to be an easy place to get out of.
Inside.
Well, I say that. They made that look ridiculously easy.
Just some really nice interplay between Aitchison and Duffy there. Again, looking composed in their own 22 to get the ball away.
I don't know what the record for touches in a game for Holly Aitchison, but I think she might be pushing it today. Judging by the way that the first 11 minutes of this game has panned out, she's probably touched the ball more than any other player on this field so far.
And look, if the touches are going to continue to be like that, long may it last.
Now the throw is contested, and it's exactly the same as the previous one. Fractionally on the Chiefs' side, and because it was contested, it is a choice for Sale, and they elect the scrum. But what's interesting is that both sides are putting pressure on at line-out time. There's going to be no easy possession for either team, it would appear.
Well, a bit like we spoke about earlier with a greasy ball, it's going to put the throwers under pressure. You may as well apply more pressure so that they're forced to throw that ball straight.
Chiefs line-out actually ran at 93.3% last time out.
Crouch.
Cancel warning.
Bind.
Dodge left.
Set.
Aitchison down the narrow side. Now, was that off hand or just body? The referee has said there was a bit of hand in there. You saw Marion Elworthy saying leg. The referee disagrees and awards the scrum for the knock-on.
Okay.
Certainly Sale looked to be applying pressure in the right moments.
Time's off.
Hands were in the area of the ball, difficult to actually see from that angle.
No, and arguably the AR and the referee are closer than we are.
One of your compatriots down at the moment, Amy Rule. New Zealand tight head prop. Just getting the ligaments stretched out. Gives us a chance to actually have another look at that, see if we can pick up the knock-on in there or not. But I think she's going to be down for a few seconds or so. It's so close. And if we can't tell looking at a monitor at fractions of a speed, then whatever the referee calls in real time, I'm quite happy to go, because I can't say one way or the other on that one.
No, for sure, like that could come straight off the thigh, or has it touched the hand that we can see in frame there? It would be impossible for us to know, and no player's going to own up to knocking the ball on in this kind of attacking position. So,
word about Amy Rule as she's getting back to her feet. Obviously joined after the Rugby World Cup. A few Kiwis are now playing in the PWR competition.
Oh, I think it's really, really good for New Zealand Rugby for some of their players to come over and experience the competition here. It'll be good for the players and good for what they can take back to the country. It's also great for the PWR League in itself.
Makes a quality competition even more so. Just adds another layer on top. So many of the players today in this game are full, proper internationals, and you get all that quality with them.
Set.
Right, scrum. Well, Chiefs have timed that to perfection. Obviously, with them not putting in the ball, therefore the hooker's not even thinking about striking, so effectively you're pushing 8 against 7, but you've still got to get the timing right on that one.
Yeah, and look, I think there's an opportunity for that ball to come out. It just hasn't been struck all the way back into the number 8's hands. You can see Casola there digging for the ball. If she gets it out, they play away, but it's immense pressure from the Exeter front row. We'll give that to. Forget about the back 5 that are locking it up.
Emily Tatosi, Canadian international, obviously part of the recent Rugby World Cup. Chiefs win a clean one for probably the first time this afternoon. What can they do with it? Robinson plays away. Now again, it's very precise, so you know it's going back to McGovern for the kick. What's the chase like?
We retreat!
Well, it's going to come back. McGovern goes for the crossfield kick towards the right-hand side.
Luke, keep retreating!
Aitchison sends it.
Oh.
Jeez, that's a confident take from Elworthy, isn't it?
Such good hands. Sorry, it caught me off guard.
Aitchison from halfway. Goes a little bit shorter. Can't find the space, though. Buchanan takes, rides the tackle, and offloads to Flo Robinson. Rogers is still going there. It's finally taken to ground.
White hold!
Down the middle. Splits the two covering defenders. Duffy's turn now. And that'll find grass as well. Exeter are just narrowly winning the kicking battle at the moment. They're just edging their way upfield. They start this move on the 10-metre line. McGovern scanning the pitch, goes for the shorter one. There was a little bit of contact there, but not enough, says the referee.
I'll tell you what, these packs that are in the middle, not involved in the kicking, are doing a hell of a lot of metres up and down the pitch for not a lot of game.
Yeah, this is a very long phase of play. That ball just had to get off the pitch, didn't it? Because I'll tell you now, this line-out's not going to be taking place in the next 15 seconds. Someone is going to call Kit Kat, because it's time to take a break.
I certainly see a physio on the field.
Yeah, that just needed to settle down, get everyone back into position. And just get it. But that kick battle is so important. It's getting more. It's traditionally a male game thing, but it's coming into the women's game more and more regularly.
Especially in weather like this, where territory is so important, you're going to see teams want to take the edge in that territory.
Casolo with a really good line-out take. Katie Charles has done really well down to get that to floor. Ralph out to Aitchison. Aitchison tries to thread the eye of a needle, gets the ricochet back. Closes up. Now is that the opportunity for Georgie Perris-Redding. Chiefs are defending with 14 at the moment. As Negrelli is not far from us on this left-hand side of the field that you're looking at.
Some of these collisions coming in are very, very, very strong.
And Chiefs get hands in and win the turnover and the penalty. Georgie Perris-Redding is picked out, not releasing. She was the one who took it into contact.
You can see Chiefs committing two defenders to most of these collisions, especially the ones that are close to the breakdown. And it just gives them the opportunity, when they win those collisions and the momentum of it, to get over the ball.
See Maisie Allen there. Absolute destructive force. Made the most tackles in the PWR this season with 86. If I tell you that Emily Robinson is second on 66, so she's 20 clear of everyone else. She could have a couple of weeks off and may still be the top tackler in the competition.
Please.
Yeah, it's phenomenal work rate. I don't think Exeter want to be as tackling as much as they have been the last few weeks. But that doesn't take away from actually completing those tackles, so well done to them.
Went to Chiefs from Gloucester Hartbury back in 2021. Was the vice-captain for the PWR Cup competition. It's not like England need any more back rows at the moment, but at 23 years of age, you have to say, she's good now, but you wonder what she could be in a couple more years with this growth and trajectory.
Oh, exactly that. I think she's a player of the now, but you're looking at a great player of the future as well.
Blue, step, please. Blue, step off, please. Thank you.
So it's an Exeter line out from the penalty. Change it up this time. And Van der Velden is the one who is giving carrying duties, but it's not straight.
No, not straight, and you also can't double pump the ball. You can't fake like you're going to throw that ball in and then release it. The throw action is what allows the defensive line-up to try and read it.
It almost looked like there was too much movement there in the fact that Tutosi wasn't quite sure. It's like, do I pull the trigger now? And that would, yeah. It may be not the day to overcomplicate things with the conditions such as they are.
Indeed.
From the free kick, Sale, well, they can't put it into touch, so they hoist it down the middle and then put pressure on, and that is why the Chiefs are back in their own 22.
Honestly, I love their energy. Let's throw a spiral bomb in the air. Good luck if you catch it. We're coming to defend. We're coming to defend you.
There's numbers here. There are definitely spaces. Campbell. Oh, lovely move inside and out. Can the tackle be made? No. Second try of the afternoon for the Sharks. The second try of the season for Shona Campbell. The Scotland winger or scrum half, doesn't make any difference to her. She's got the points.
Oh, it was wicked, wasn't it? She's also a GB Sevens player, and you can see that Sevens come out. She finds the space, spies the space, and absolutely backs her wheels to finish it off in the corner there.
The inside-outside was just lovely, wasn't it?
This is not the rugby that I was expecting to see today, but I'm absolutely not complaining about it. We spoke earlier about it being a physical forwards game, and for sure they're showing up in defence, but my goodness, the back's letting rip on the edges.
Well, she signed a one-year deal, didn't she? It's no bad way to try and get yourself a longer contract to be able to do stuff like that.
No, if only all of us could do what Shona Campbell can do.
Right, the kicking clock is running. We're under 20 seconds.
Thanks, mate.
And that one slides on by. 12-0.
Yeah.
That looked a little bit like a squelchy pitch moment.
It didn't sound quite right, did it? It was a bit of a sort of a splatty sound rather than that nice, crisp kind of sound that you want to hear.
No, although the rains have stopped, I think the pitch is still bearing the fruits.
It has to be said, Sharks have had the better of this one. We played a quarter. Nick James with the carry. It was exposed for a moment there, the ball. Exeter trying to put pressure on. McGovern slows her down, but not enough to completely stop Jarell Searcy. Nice little tip onto Childs.
No pay, I already bought it.
Really enjoying the interplay. You might not have noticed it, but we've got both Aitchison and Duffy slotting in and out of that 10 spot. It's a nice little 10-15 combo. Duffy spent quite a lot of time at 10 for Sale last season. Just gives them that little bit of an added edge in terms of their distributors through the game.
Maisie Allen's been penalised for not rolling out of the tackle zone, so it's a free play to Sale. Chip through. Nothing comes of the advantage, so we'll go back for the penalty.
7 white. Broken.
The point there being that if you're in the tackle zone area, you might not be the one that tries to make the steal, but actually you might prevent the defenders coming in. Oh, I'll come back to that in a minute, because that has gone dead in goal. That might be Sale's first mistake.
I was just about to comment about how together this performance has been so far for the first quarter. Mistakes happen in rugby, obviously, so it's going to be interesting to see how they respond.
You can see where she's hit that from. And it just went and went and went, didn't it? Unfortunately, it needed to go out over the sideline, not the dead ball line. So it is a scrum back from where it was kicked.
Crouch. Bind.
Exeter definitely had the ascendancy the last scrum here. I'm not sure if we will expect to see that level of ascendancy on their own ball. Are they going to push for that kind of penalty advantage? Or do they want to release their back line here? See what edge they can gain over the gain line.
Speak quietly, but the sun might be coming out. It's definitely got brighter. There's a bits of blue in the Manchester skyline. I'm not going to do the whole cliche of it's raining if we're in Manchester kind of routine.
Crouch.
But there is actually some blue up there.
Bind. Set.
Well, that's certainly a basis that you can work from. Penalty advantage, so free play. Tessier is going to give to McGovern. Nice line from Elworthy. They're over halfway. Can they get quick ball? Yes, they can. Out to the right-hand side it goes. Poulan can't get anywhere there. And because Sale make a mess of the breakdown, no advantage, will go back for the penalty.
If you've got a forward pack like that, that's winning you ball and allows you to play, it's might just be a swing in that momentum that we spoke about earlier. Sale have had most of the ascendancy for 25 minutes, and in the last 2 to 5, you've really seen Exeter come to life.
That's brilliantly kept on the dance floor. And Lizzie Duffy clears, so we'll still be an Exeter line out, but 20 metres back from where they were hoping to get the previous one.
It's just those little wins. I don't know where they keep coming from, but everything they're trying at the moment seems to be coming to life.
Totosi just double checks the call with Rogers. Clean win from Van der Linden.
That's confident calling to trust that tail the line out after the last line out they had.
Well, they managed to get rid of a few of the blue shirts in front of them. It's broken away, so she's got to play it away, which is why Flo Robinson picks it up and takes it on. Now those blue shirts in front of the ball need to get out of the way. That's why there's penalty advantage. Robinson's looking to work this one away quickly. Rogers on the edge of the 22, coming to the right-hand side. Tessier and McGovern combining. Oh, that's good hands. That's not an easy ball to take in these conditions or any conditions, but it keeps the move alive. Feels like the first time the Chiefs have been concertedly in this part of the pitch for a while now. Tessier steps back inside, tries to keep the offload going. And we were still playing that penalty advantage. Back we go.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs haven't strung the phases together until we've just seen here, but it still doesn't look like they're breaking down Sale's defence. They really need to find a way of finding space, and I think they're certainly finding it in their kicks when they're in their defensive 50. But can they find the space when they're attacking in this 22, or are we going to see a kick to the corner and maybe a driving maul situation for them to get points on the board?
I think we're all a bit Nick James there, weren't we? It's been one of those sort of 30 minutes. We're feeling your pain, Nick. It's a forward-dominated battle.
It is tough being 36 and still trying to play this sport. I'll tell you that much for free.
Former powerlifter. Nick James. Now, the timing on that line-out wasn't quite right because the jumper was barely off the floor, but they still get the win. And now the backs can come in as well. Poulan is there, as you can see. Stop once, says the referee. They're going to flood back to the left-hand side. Robinson keeps hold of it herself. Solo with the tackle. Pick and go from Chiefs. Getting very close. Round the edge it goes again.
This is kind of Chiefs DNA stuff. I've seen Hope Rogers score many a try from this position.
Absolutely. Emily Robinson with that carry. She doesn't get there. The next carry does make it, though, and the Chiefs are on the board at long last. And the points go onto the board. And Amy Rule, the tight head prop, crosses. And the Chiefs are up and running for the afternoon. They needed the next score. They've got the next score.
And look, it was a series of phases where they were applying pressure and consistently and didn't make as many errors. So it's been good to see them be able to progress that through. Certainly Amy and the front row have done a lot to get them in that position.
That's 30.
So McGovern is
20.
about 12 metres in from the left touchline to make it the full 7. And does.
That struck very nicely. Exeter right back in this game.
I mentioned that it's Liv McGovern's 50th game today. It's a fascinating story about how she joined the Chiefs back a few years ago. So she was actually travelling and was in Croatia at the time. Got contacted by a fellow Kiwi player, said, "Are you coming over to England to play?" And she said, "Well, no, I'm actually heading over to Spain." And this other player said, "Well, England looks like it's the place to be at the moment in terms of the league and you get paid and whatever. Have you got any highlights?" And she said, "Well, yeah." So sent these over, and within an hour of this friend circulating these highlights, she gets a phone call from Susie Appleby saying, "Would you be interested in coming to Chiefs?" And the rest, as they say, is history. So it was a fascinating way to join the club, and she did actually say this week she does not want to leave until she has a PWR title next to her name. She is enjoying life in Devon so much.
Who would have known? Spain, England over Spain. Certainly not for muddy days like this.
You're not getting many of these in Malaga or Barcelona, are you? This is proper rugby, folks.
Indeed. Look, I've just spied Morwenna Telling.
Sharifa Casolo has left the pitch while the conversion was being taken. Not a bad replacement, Morwenna Telling. If you weren't with us right from the top of the show, it is something that Tom Hudson did say to us, that the Sharks may roll the bench early, and we are just over half an hour. And if you're bringing on an England World Cup winner, you're not in a bad place.
Morwenna's played a lot of minutes for Sale and for England this year, and she's been phenomenal in all of them. So rightly she gets a break off the bench today, but she's straight in to do some work a bit earlier than she might have been expecting.
It's a good line-out drill from Chiefs. Emily Robinson taking that on full extension, and they've got it moving as well. Strong carry from Ligarelli, but strong defence. Van der Velden takes it into contact. It feels like Chiefs have now got a foothold in this game. It took them 15 minutes or so, maybe even a little bit longer, but it now feels like they're properly in this. And they've got another penalty advantage. Back to McGovern it goes, going cross kick. No advantage.
It's like they waited to the sun to come out.
Okay.
They may be waiting a long time there. My guess would be April.
Yeah. Decision there to take a scrum. Like when your scrum is as ascendant as Exeter's has been these last couple. Smart decision tactically. Potentially gives you a free shot if you've got penalty advantage before taking your attack.
I think it's always quite a good call, this, a centre field scrum, because, I mean, first of all, if you're not convinced you can kick it to touch, then don't risk it.
Crouch!
But the fact that you've tied in 8 of the opposition players, there's suddenly a whole load more space available.
Set!
That sounds, Andrew, like you were back in a former life.
It's a solid scrum. McGovern is going towards the left. Poulan. Good placement. Negrelli takes it on. It's a little bit upright into the contact then, so does well to ride that. Rogers is coming again.
Tackle!
The knee was down, so the tackle is complete. Chiefs taking the straight route. Now a little bit, double clutch of that one, but it's held on to.
It's your pair.
Robinson does well to get it wide. There's Elworthy. It's getting tight towards that right corner. Rule. Got one already. Totosi. Inching their way closer.
Short!
And that's significantly short. The second attempt, though, is over. And Maisie Allen, I think, has got that one down in the end. And the Chiefs, well, what's that? 2 tries in 6 minutes or so. We said they started slowly. They are certainly back into this. They've levelled it up with a conversion to potentially put themselves in front.
That's right, still 2 minutes to play as well. Both teams will be looking to take some kind of momentum into the half. Chiefs here heavily reliant on their forwards generating the momentum and scoring their tries as well. That's going to have a huge effect in the second half. Certainly, we hope their fitness holds, or you're going to be using your bench pretty early.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's 20.
So another cracking kick from McGovern. That is an area that she's put a lot of work in this season. As we know, goal kicking, just those extra 2 points or 3 points for penalties can make all the difference.
Oh, it can be game deciders, and it's just another one of those nails going into the coffin. The crowd here is certainly quieted down. You can't hear the people singing anymore.
Of course I can, make sure they're everywhere. About 3.5.
So here we go then. Good deep kick. Bit of confusion as to who was underneath that one. And the inquest will probably happen on the bus on the way home. But Elworthy, it was in the end who went for it. And probably should take it either way, but there was a bit of confusion as to who actually was going for it.
Nobody likes to watch those ones back in your own review. And it's given Sale an opportunity to go into the half in the ascendancy. So how costly that mistake will be is probably going to show in this next phase.
I've heard coaches in the past say the try is never scored until the restart is claimed. If you don't take it cleanly, it doesn't matter, because here is Sale with an opportunity. But Exeter hit the scrum and win the penalty. Now, it looked like it was wheeling a little bit. Generally speaking, the maxim is both props have to be going forward.
Yeah, I think Sale will be a bit disappointed because they felt like they already had the ball out of the scrum when the penalty was called, which would normally be play on. Ball picked up and away.
Terrell Searcy certainly was heading away with it.
I imagine the referee's clock is a little bit different to ours if we're still playing here, maybe a couple extra minutes.
I thought I heard actually just before the last restart that the referee say 3.5, and at that point our clock said 90 seconds to go, so I think we may be a little bit about 2 minutes out. Our clock is not official. Now we're going back to pressure at line-out times. Now that is an interesting call. So the Exeter line-out isn't thrown straight. Sale have a choice, scrum or line-out, and with the last couple of scrums going against them, they decided to take the line-out option.
Yeah, I think psychologically for Exeter that's huge. Your front row doesn't want to go up against, or your decision makers don't want your front row to go up against them. But if you back your line-out drill like that, would rather have the ball to attack.
Childs puts it into midfield. Howard takes it on and crashing on. Into the 22 they go. Tipped on by James. Talling. Ralph going to the open spaces. Campbell fancies it back wide out on the left-hand side, waving away, saying, I've got a one-on-one I fancy here, but Sharks are going right. And the ball has been knocked on in the process.
Use it.
Chiefs will probably struggle to manage the clock all the way to half-time from here, so they will need to go with the exit strategy.
Score advantage over. 7, stop, 7. Thank you.
McGovern. Kick was taken by Aitchison.
I think that's Rona Lloyd going and finding some work, nailing the extra metres.
Did well to ride the tackle, actually, to get the ball and place it back as well. That wasn't easy. Charles is going to go in and play scrum half for the time being. Is this the opportunity for width? Not this time. Chiefs' defensive lines come up quickly, close that gap and forces the turnover. Hamilton looking for the territory. Duffy puts it on, and you hear the referee say 50-22 is on. Elworthy keeps it in. You can, flag is up. Flag is up. And that will be the final action of a slightly crazy end to the first half there. The ball goes dead, and, well, we have ourselves a very impressive first half. The Sale Sharks came out of the traps really quickly. Exeter hit back. Sale finished strongly, and the visitors lead by 2 at the break.
What a game. No one's complaining about that.
No, it's been an interesting one.
Look, I think there's been some really, really good signs of some phenomenal play, which is exciting for everyone to see on a muddy old day in Manchester. And what we really want to see in the second half is which team can nail down that foothold.
Absolutely. Well, it's the first game of the weekend. The first half of the weekend is done. Been an absolute belter, hasn't it? Half-time, Sale 12, Exeter 14.
Yeah.
We are Sale Sharks.
We fear no one. This is our city. The only team in the north, and that is something that we're so proud of. I think anybody north of the Midlands is going to get behind Sale Sharks.
We have such a loyal fan base. You can always hear the drums and the die-hard fans who show up to every match, rain or shine.
I'm so excited to play at Hayward Road. It's always an amazing atmosphere whenever I've been there before, and yeah, just to be back home.
Sale are going to bring passion, they're going to bring speed moving rugby, they're going to bring a lot of flair, and it's going to be an exciting time to be in the north. We're going to score some tries.
Bring it on.
Well, Ireland are without arguably their standout performer of the Six Nations, Aoife Wafer, due to a knee issue. That means Dorothy Wall goes from the second to back row.
I don't know, just when we were in the tunnel going out to the pitch in whatever that secondary pitch is, I just had a feeling, I was like, this is the last game before we get to the World Cup, and if something bad is going, I just had a bad feeling, and I was like, oh, just forget it and get on with it. And yeah, I was right. It was the tip on pod of forward, so I was like just outside the ball, ready to ruck over or get the ball. And I thought that one of the backs had clipped my ankle, had like kicked me, trying to get somewhere else, and I was like, oh, probably in worse language, I was like, what the hell, like why has someone kicked me? It was like a verbal, like a sound. It wasn't a pop, it was kind of a bigger sound than that even. And then I tried to get back up, and I was like, oh no, I knew it had gone. And I was talking to the doctor, and like all the coaches had seen Achilles before, and Hugh Hogan and Alex Colling in particular, I was telling them, I was like, yeah, I'll be back in 4 months. And they were like, Like no one was really saying anything back to me, because like what are you meant to say to me in that moment? But it was the doctor that was like, you're not back in 4 months, you're not making this World Cup on pitch. And I just started bawling, crying, and it was great. There was loads of cameras there, they got me. And then yeah, that was it. And kind of a freak injury. I couldn't really put anything down to it. Like S&C medical and everything, went back through everything, and I ticked every box. There was actually nothing that would have said, oh yeah, she's going to rupture her Achilles at the weekend. Like that wasn't even a probability. So I've never had the feeling of, oh, what if I did this? What if I did this? Because sometimes it just happens, and sometimes you're just unlucky, in the same way things happen in life. So I've never held anything against myself or anyone involved in any setup, because I think it was just one of those things. I think a lot of things in my rehab, I've been very lucky. Like I got back, 6.5 months is good going, but I got back because I work hard, the people around me are good, but also I was so lucky with how my injury went. But yeah, David McRae was great. I saw him fairly early on, and it was just kind of this thing called Compex, which like kind of shocks your muscles into being activated. So a lot of that, and a lot of sitting against a wall, pushed like really mundane like stuff that I never thought I'd have to do, and it's hard to even remember now, but I did so much of it back then, just activating my calf slowly. But mostly the first 6 weeks I knew I couldn't do much. In for rehab, I was doing a lot of off-feeds with one of my friends, Erin King, who also had an injury at the same time as me in her knee. Yeah, for those first few weeks in Dublin, we off-feeded a lot together, these crazy HIIT workouts that we weren't meant to do half the time, and gymmed and stuff. So she was such a huge part of my first block of rehab. I had a lot of purpose in, once the World Cup ended and when that chapter closed, I was running. So I started running on pitch, and for any athlete who's rehabbing a long-term injury, that is massive when you can actually move your body again and run. They wanted me in 2 full weeks of full contact training, but actually, so I had 1 week where I was going integrated in, and then 2 weeks. But by the end of the first week, I was in full contact, and Dan was like, you can do this. So him allowing me that kind of breath to actually just get into full contact, which is something I've really missed, meant that I could have a week of, like, it sped up the whole process. My testing came back, and I just sent him a message early last week, and I was like, hey, I know you guys, because they'd said, there's no way you're back for Quins, it's Sale. I was like, I know you guys said this, but like based on my testing, and he was like, I'm on the exact same page as you, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow in medical. So it wasn't really meant to happen, but Dan kind of was on the same wavelength as me, and I had passed all the necessary criteria. They tested my calf another 3 times that week, talked with David McRae in Ireland, talked to the RFU medics. And then it was all passed, and it was like, oh my God. Steve had a conversation with me saying that they just needed to make a decision now. And then Robbo and I ended up talking to him about lineouts and stuff, and he was like, just said it really casually as he was drawing something on the whiteboard. He was like, oh yeah, we'll play you on the weekend. And I was like, I was just over. And he said it casually just because, he was being funny or whatever. But my mum was like, what? We've booked to come to Sale. You're back this week? And I was like, yeah. And yeah, it was just good telling all my people, telling all my friends. Rehab's really funny. You do the same thing for 5 months, and then suddenly you're running, and suddenly you're doing contact, and suddenly you're playing. It happens really quickly at the end, which is the weird thing. And someone said to me, like, you'll never feel like you're ready, but just act like you're ready at the end. And I was like, okay. I'll remember that. Claude actually said to me the other day, I was like, oh, like, any advice? Because she obviously has come off the back of 2 crazy injuries and is, one of the best back three in the world in a lot of people's opinions. But I was like, what's any advice? And she was like, go out there, carry, tackle, enjoy it. And she said there's return to play, so you return to play and then there's return to performance. So give yourself 4 to 6 weeks to return to performance. She's like, it might be sooner than that, but give yourself the leeway to get back to what you see your peak to be, which I thought was really good advice. I was really nervous that morning. I think I am and you know what, it wasn't even my thoughts, my whole body was just nervous. I was just like vibrating with this energy to get back. But once you warm up and once you're in the flow of things, I was chatting away to Clean on the bench, we were, you know, having a laugh. Once you're actually back in it, you're like, oh yeah, I know how to do this and I'm gonna enjoy it. And I just was smiling the whole time, celebrating all of the girls, how they were doing on pitch. And when I came on, I had a massive smile on my face and I wasn't nervous at all. I was just ready to make an impact, and I'm glad that was the way it was, because I know sometimes, especially in my first few trainings, it felt like I was nearly watching it happen. But I kind of needed that as well. I needed to just be present rather than try to really, you know, try change a training session or be a really big character. I just needed to be there. Yeah, I felt powerful. Like, I feel like the guys have actually brought me back a better athlete. My plyometrics and strength and power. My aggression's always been there, but I felt like I had a bit more to give on Saturday or Sunday, which was a good sign. Verbally, yeah, I am a very loud character, and I definitely get my yelling voice from my mother as well. But there was a few swear words that were caught up pretty cleanly by the ref's mic, and I got a phone call the next day from my mum and my gran, and they weren't too pleased about it. But yeah, they moved. I think they'll get over it. Rena got the turnover at the end, unreal. Like, she was so good in that last 30 minutes and she was absolutely wrecked. You could see her at the end when she did that turnover, everyone was going mad and she was just like, she just got in her last bit. But yeah, it was so good, especially considering how we lost them last year, and it was a game that was ours and just like a few silly mistakes, we just kind of threw it away. It was so good to win it. And I think actually most importantly of all, it was a really good game for people to watch. My dad, my mum, a few people I was talking to, they were delighted for me to be back, but they also really enjoyed the game and the level of rugby and how much spectatorship was involved. So that was brilliant to kind of get feedback on as well, to be part of a really good game of rugby at home, bonus point win against Quins. I couldn't have written a better really comeback game.
We really like our tribe mentality.
We're gonna run.
Ambitions are to win the league.
We are Exeter Chiefs.
Playing for Exeter Chiefs, it means you're representing the team that we play for, the history that's there, the community that massively gets behind women's rugby.
I love being in Sandy Park. It's a really special place to be and play rugby, and what we want to become our fortress.
Chiefs is a really gritty team, very physical team in the league.
We play for each other, we're very united, we work hard and we play till the 80th minute. It's everything I love about rugby.
We've had a little bit of a revamp. We're going to show a little bit more of what we can do to our skill set.
It's going to be strength, it's going to be speed, it's going to be a new form of attack from us. We fear no one.
New era.
It is half-time in the PWR, the Sale Sharks and the Exeter Chiefs. Sale 12, Exeter 14. Hope you enjoyed that feature there on Dorothy Wall's recovery from injury. Delighted to say that I've got Molly Wright next to me in the commentary box this afternoon. I'm delighted you're not, though, because you're also on the comeback from injury. Let's just have a quick mention. You know, Dorothy Wall's talking about what she's gone through to come back from that ACL. Recovery is the worst part of any injury for any sports player, isn't it?
Yeah, look, unfortunately I'm quite familiar with Rehab Club and what Dorothy's been going through with her ankle and her Achilles, devastating for her in missing out on the World Cup, but also elation at now being back. It's really, really hard to come back from any injury, not just like the obvious physical challenges and getting your body fit and strong enough to play this sport again, but there's a lot of emotional and mental challenges that come with going through the process of rehab.
So we'll probably see her at some point during the second half. She is going to still be limited to the amount of minutes that she'll play, probably about 20-25, you would imagine. So we're probably 10 minutes or so away from seeing her in the second half. The first half, though, Well, 4 tries, so let's take you through the action in the first half. It was the Sale Sharks that came out of the traps quickest of all, and they got the first try of the game. We will take you through those now. Here we go. And Exeter kicking it out, and Chiefs running it back, and Sale taking it back to them.
We're getting a few of the phases before they sling this ball wide. That ball from Katana Howard to Sharifa Kasolo, and even just Sharifa's ball-playing ability to take that 2v1 on the edge. A gift to Rona Lloyd to run it in.
Reminder, if you haven't been with us since the start, it is wet, it is greasy. That handling is absolutely precise. And Rona Lloyd goes in for a 5th try of the season.
Maybe greased lightning for that one on the edge.
Hey, she's here all week. So then, now, this is going to look slightly differently. Shona Campbell in her own half, and then just plotted away through.
It didn't even look like there were defenders there. She just was gliding.
It's the balance. In, out, ball in 2 hands, coaching point there. Sends Elworthy for a pie, and helps herself to a 5-pointer.
Exactly. Even just the speed to finish that off at the end there, like she's done all the hard work getting through the defenders and then just backs her pace and see you later.
It was a slow start from Chiefs, so when Amy Rule goes over here just after the half-an-hour mark, it didn't really matter whether it was one of the great tries of all time or a power play by the forwards. They just had to get over, and they followed it with Maisie Allen this way.
Tries don't need to be pretty to win games, and like I said earlier, Exeter are relying on their strong, powerful forwards to get over the line, and Sale so far have been relying on their flashy backs to do the same.
Absolutely. I mean, it's an interesting one in terms of the strategic element of this game. We've seen a lot of tactical kicking. Do you see that continuing, or what tweaks are we likely to see at the half? Because statistically, I would imagine a lot of the numbers are going to be very even from that first half.
Well, I think that's what we've seen in terms of the swings of momentum in the first quarter and the second quarter. Sale definitely had the territory ascendancy and therefore the point ascendancy. And then Exeter gained that back in the last kind of 15 minutes and were successful with 2 tries. So it is going to be a territorial battle. I think the key moment, the key point for Sharks in the second half is, can they shore up their set piece? You know, it's performing pretty poorly at the moment, 33% by all accounts, which will need to be better if they want to see out this game.
Yeah, it was interesting that Sale had a chance at one point to take a scrum, but he instead elected for the line out. So that's never a great sign tactically. Have they been able to address that at half-time or not? Right, everyone's ready? Dan Rowland's our referee. Checks with both captains and says, let's go. And Holly Aitchison, like she did a lot of times during the first half, puts boot to ball, and we're underway for the second. Van der Velden there did really well to get the knee to ground to get the tackle.
Take it back. Hold white.
Tessier kicks, as you heard, it was taken back in to the 22, so it couldn't go out on the full. Opportunity to run, but that disappeared pretty quickly on Tessier. And it's been lost in the process. So I think that's a knock on and played by a player in front of the ball, so it turns into a full penalty for Sale.
Just another example of that kick pressure and what it's going to do in terms of the territory here. Excellent chase by Sale, immense amounts of pressure on the breakdown, and you win that turnover. Thank you very much. We'll take a line out 5 metres from the goal line.
It's great chase.
We've got 2 9s.
And followed up by Eva Donaldson, straight in on the ball. Amelia Heinemann with the throw then. first part of the drill done. Exeter don't go up to compete, so they can set the defence, but Sale are in behind them. Pick and go round the edge. Can Nick James get there? No, not this time. They've got that. They do get there in the end.
I think it's Gwynlyn Press of
It
Wales
is indeed.
and Sale.
It is. It was just relentless pressure, wasn't it? And in the end, Gwynlyn Press gets over her first try of the campaign. And Sale are back in front.
This really is a game of back and forth at the moment. Whatever you can do, we can do better. Let's just see what happens post this kick from Aitchison. But we want to see, after any kind of try-scoring moment like this for Sale, can they settle back in? Can they be composed? Can they exit again? As we watch Exeter march up the pitch.
The conversion is added, the second successful one of the afternoon for Aitchison. And it's 19-14. Well, need to amend something I said a moment ago, that we'd probably see Dorothy Wall in about 10 minutes' time. Wrong. On at half-time for Abby Duguid. So the bright pink scrum cap is out there.
Not going to miss that anytime soon.
It's been allowed to bounce by Ralph. Will be cleared away. And clear to the safety of touch on the far side as well.
So using their full complement of backline to kick for touch, it seems. Katana Howell with a bomb to the left-hand touchline.
There she is. Such a story. The 25-year-old Ireland forward. There's another Ireland forward heading for the PWR. Brittany Hogan will be coming to the Sharks from Ulster, joining in January. Just adds to that quality.
just adds to the complement of players that Sale have been really, really smart in recruiting this year.
And it's another error that's been forced, the defence. And Nancy McGilvery does not look that flash there as she copped a knee.
Thank you.
Might even just be a calf muscle problem.
It looks pretty innocuous. That's not to say that it's not serious at all. Absolutely blasting hit from Katana Howard with Aitchison on there. They really, really are going after those double tackles, both sides of the ball, to be fair.
Yeah, the calves and the hamstrings on a heavy pitch do get that extra workout.
Water off, please.
It's not to say that you can't get through it, but should be stretching that one out. The Ireland international got appearances against New Zealand and Spain during the World Cup. Came through the Exeter University programme. She's back in place.
Crouch.
And ready for this scrum, which was a concern for Sale at the end of the first half. So we'll see how Exeter approach this one. Well, it's already moving, and that is why the referee has given the free kick.
Yeah, you can just see Hope Rogers take steps forward there before the engaged call is, before the ball's in the scrum, apologies, which is an easy gift to give the referee for a free kick.
Free kick, not penalty, so they go crossfield kick. That's a great claim by the Sharks.
Aitchison to Perrin, what a combination.
Taken on by Talling. Penalty advantage as well. Oh no, that's Tessier down in the background there. And they were too near to the injured player. So the referee said we will have to stop play for the time being.
Really enjoying the vision that they have to just bomb that ball up to compete in the air as we watch it back. Excellent connection, great hands from Perrin.
The way she turns her body just to sort of ride that potential contact, shielding the potential for the Exeter player to get in on the ball, just can't happen. And now we've got the chance to nudge it down the line again. Now that's at about 12 metres out from the corner flag.
So I really can't complain about the opportunities Aitchison's giving them to play in this 22.
Wall gets hands in and it's stolen. And here she is again.
Hands away! No clear release.
Well, the pass was slightly high to McGovern. That puts her under all sorts of pressure. The rebound for Talling. No, not quite. Gonna have to reload and go again. Wall gets in, makes the tackle. They are centimetres away, though, that is all. Offload and try.
There she is, World Cup winner herself.
She was on before the break. And she scores the try 8.5 minutes into the second half. In fairness, from that distance, you're going to have all sorts of problems stopping it, but that was the issue. The pass back to Liv McGovern was actually slightly high, which stopped her being able to clear it straight away, and it all stems from that.
Absolutely, great pressure from Eva Donaldson to make her take that step inside, and then Georgie Peris-Redding, they're just being an absolute menace like she always is, to win that charge down. And I just don't see anybody stopping a Nick James, Moore and Italian combination that close to the line.
Well, that, of course, is the bonus point try. So, regardless of what happens for the rest of the afternoon, Sale know they have 1 point safely tucked into their back pocket.
It looks certainly a big change from last season where there weren't enough points at the end of the year. Every game, Sale are managing to find a way to score tries and take away points, even if they're not winning them as regularly.
Little juggle on halfway, but safe enough. Now that's going to find space. Where will it bounce and roll to? Well, Aitchison, the look on her face there says a lot in the fact that I've just got away with one there, because that could have been big problem. Fortunately for a Sharks point of view, it was such a close range pass that there was no reaction time and wasn't able to be held on to.
I mean, it's an excellent decision to kick there from Exeter, putting Sale under a lot of pressure. Aitchison really wants to keep that ball in play so they don't take away that 50-22. So it's fired the pass. Fortunately for Sale, gives them another shot at a scrum.
Exeter have made a change in the front row. Emily Titosi is off. Clee Maloney MacDonald is on at hooker. There she is in the middle of the front row.
You can certainly spot the fresh white kit in between the muddy pack.
Jarell Searcy picks from the base, makes good meters. Good clean ball.
Taken back.
And cleared down the pitch. Poulan. Little dance of the feet as she makes her way to the 10 metre. McGovern's going to feed the back line. Nice little move back in. Buchanan bringing it back in on the switch. Elworthy's in there as well. It's a real scrap for the ball. Still it goes on. Well, that's about 15 metres after the initial contact point. Maloney, McDonald and Wall combining. Flo Robinson is going to need support. If you need support, get your sister over the ball. And there's a lot of push and shove going on off the ball there.
Definitely looked like a tackle off the ball on Georgie Paris-Redding, who was being a menace in that breakdown. That just still does not give you the right to tackle her without possession of the ball.
Flo Robinson takes it into contact. And Emily Robinson there taking the play without the ball and just basically taking them past the breakdown point. You can drive them out of the ruck. You generally speaking do have to stop at the M60 though.
Exactly, I think there was a lot of energy that needed to be dispelled.
Line out time for Amelia Hyman once again then, the England under-20 hooker. Good drill. Finds Jarell Searcy. Into midfield it goes. Katana Howard, the USA international, with the first carry. So Dorothy Wall's making up for some lost time this afternoon, isn't she? She wants to be a part of everything. This is going to be contestable. Poulan takes well. And Chiefs do a good job, actually, of making the ruck safe and then finding space down the left wing as well. Wall with the pullback. Robinson takes it on. Chiefs get in and clear out the Sharks players.
13. Thank you, you're in front.
Perrin was called, McGilvray was called out of that one for being in front of the kick. Sharks have it.
You really get a sense that Exeter are feeling a lot more confident in their attack. Their 15 channel and edge play has been far more successful, finding space a bit better.
Big contact there from Linda van der Velden. Linda van der Velden will forever be known as Chief Number 1. She was the first player back in the day.
Hold in front.
Poulan takes in front of us. Elworthy opens it up. And the long way round is Buchanan. But Sale are firing into that ruck. Even if it doesn't come back on their side, they've at least slowed things down. A lot of time for McGovern there. And it's not been taken cleanly by Duffy. Passage of play that lasted over 2 minutes.
You could almost tell at the end there was McGovern puts that bomb up. Was there anything else she knew to do? Do you know, like it was almost like all the structure and shape of the game had been lost and it was just chaos. But Exeter come out on top with just a mistake from Duffy at the back.
1, 3 and 4 blue substitution.
Change is coming for the Sharks. Both props. And Eva Donaldson in the second row being replaced. Tish Harper, Evie Roach, Charlotte Frey all joining the action.
It's going to be exciting. I've actually really enjoyed watching Charlotte Frey. She is a monster in defence. Collisions are phenomenal, so it'll be interesting to see what impact she can have on this game in the final 25.
Was one of a number of players who came from the Leicester Tigers in the summer. Had a good season, actually, for the Tigers last year. Charlotte Frey was one of their standout players week in, week out. First scrum.
Both of you, wait for the ball before you start pushing, please.
Doesn't really work out. I do love a prop conversation with a referee.
No, nobody ever does any wrong in the front row.
Because why would you?
Exactly.
That would just make no sense.
Angels. They're in there polishing their halos.
Tish Harper on the loose head. 5 England caps. Evie Roach
Crouch.
is on the tight head now for the Sale Sharks.
5.
Having joined from Hartbury University, part of their
Set.
Bucks successful side, was part of the team of the year for the Bucks competition. Now did that come out of the side of the scrum? It does technically have to come out of the back. Referee happy enough. Play on. Robinson is met at the gain line. Roddy McDonald with the carry.
Well done. Good decision, 9.
The Sale defensive line bending rather than breaking at the moment. But there's an awful lot of pressure on it. That elastic is being stretched.
Exeter finding that gain line a little more easily than they were in the first half. Certainly we want Sale to be making forward movements as this ball comes up, rather than trying to absorb the pressure that Exeter are exerting.
Into midfield it goes. Dorothy Wall once again. 8 metres at the very most out from the line. Nice step from Tessier. Manages to keep it alive to McGovern. Poulan taken to ground. McDonald places it back for Robinson. Rogers is once again in and around that breakdown area. That's good slick hands. Now it's gone loose, not a knock on, it was off the head. And Tish Harper is first to react to that loose ball.
I know we can't get a visual on Charlie Beckett's face right now, but that defensive pressure to result in a turnover is what every defensive coach dreams of.
So I'll kick it away. Exeter to bring it back. Oh, over the top. And it just goes off a fingertip. The pressure 5 metres out or 25 metres out from the line. It's all the same. And McGilvery under pressure.
13 and 15. Substitution, White.
And that will be her last involvement in the game. Gabriella Negrelli is also coming off, as is Merrin Elworthy. It is. Sorry, I was just going to say it is a young bench from Chiefs.
Yeah, for sure. They're maybe more experienced players have played a lot of minutes and have had to use their bodies a lot in the last few weeks with the games that they've had. So this game serves as a good opportunity to give them a run out and an opportunity to show what they've been working on.
Yeah, just a mention of Maddie Flutie, wearing 23 for the Chiefs. The daughter of Ricky Flutie, former England and British and Irish Lion, and is also, of course, currently one of the assistant coaches off the Black Ferns. But she's come over initially on a short-term deal. Could turn into something longer, who knows. But there she is on a PWR debut, 18 years of age. And it's following in the footsteps of Liv McGovern. She is generally speaking a 10, although she's going to be further out into the back line this afternoon.
Oh, I think it's a real opportunity for these New Zealand players that are coming over when there's not much rugby happening in New Zealand at the moment, for them to get an experience of the club game at this level.
Oh, Exeter have gone for the scrum. And like death and taxes, that felt a little bit inevitable.
No, you never want to be on the receiving end of one of those as a front row or as a forward pack. But that's immaculately timed pressure there. Ball comes in, hooker's foot's up, and immediately underneath them and backwards. There's only one thing a referee can do there.
And the kick goes 12 metres out, and Chiefs have a line out. Naomi Brennan also onto the field for the Chiefs into the back line. Her first appearance of the season.
In we come, please.
Robinson in the middle. Now they're trying to get that moving. It's not gone yet, or it might now.
White to ground. Same ball. York Eagle through the middle.
Robinson's going to feel the pressure though and elect to open things up.
Penalty advantage, 5-3, roll clear.
Penalty advantage, free play for the Chiefs therefore. Allen takes it to within 5 of the try line. Maloney McDonald with the carry, she's not able to get there. Compatriot Dorothy Wall. Now that's an upright collision. The ball has bounced loose. The Chiefs are saying, well, did we not play on? But as the referee said, safety is the priority. I think it's Charlotte Frey, the number 20. As you can see, she's on her knees, but that is one of those that as both players go into that potential contact situation quite upright, that is where you quite often get a lot of those head-on heads, isn't it, Molly?
Yeah, and certainly it's not a tackle we want to see, and
Just give us a minute. And we just give us a
depending
minute.
on what the referees have seen, that's not going to be good news for Charlotte Frey. Let's hope that she's all right as she's getting checked out here.
So we're playing penalty advantage for the not rolling from 5 from the inside of the field. As we come round, we then got
So we are potentially looking at an HIA here, you would imagine.
clear head on head contact.
I think we might also be
And White is kept going forward. So I moved
in the business of a yellow or a red card.
Well, I've just heard the referee say that with the dynamic of the contact, he is mitigating from red down to yellow. So we are looking at a card
So we're
here.
playing penalty advantage for 5 not rolling on the other side of the post, okay? I've stopped playing immediately because we've got head-on-head contact, and I've stopped for her safety, okay? Appreciate you carried on, but I've got to stop the players, okay? So I look right tackle by this player, got head-on-head contact. It is passive, though. White is carried on going through, so it mitigates from a red to a yellow card.
So it is the carry from Brennan.
Not my decision, that's the doctor's.
And because Frey is never bent and therefore could be lower, it is going to be a yellow card.
And I think that's the right decision. Like head-on-head contact can often go red, but it's definitely a passive tackle in its nature, which is where the mitigation comes from to bring us down to a yellow card.
About 5 inches inside the post, or the one hit, just right here. Yeah. Okay.
Ideally, we want these kind of tackles eliminated from the game, but it is the nature of a contact sport sometimes.
We'll start from here with the penalty, okay?
Seen some blood on the Exeter player as well.
Yeah, I think that might take a couple of moments to get cleared up.
You were talking earlier about Sale's defence bending a bit. I wonder if we're not too far away from seeing it break. There's been a lot of sustained pressure on Sale in this 22 in the last 5 minutes or so. And that's hugely energy sapping for your big defenders. And as we see now, Sale sitting on some fresh legs in the form of Leah Bartlett for Millie Hindman. Leah Bartlett, typically a loose head, today donning the hooker's number 16. I wouldn't say it's a familiar position for her, but I regularly see her throwing the ball in.
Is this needs must or something slightly more technical than that?
That might be the simple way to put it, Andrew.
Well, she's going to be used to scrummaging. That's the all-important bit, because a scrum 5 metres out from your own line shorn of one of your forwards with Charlotte Frey in the bin. Well, they've got it going. It's now just a case of controlling it at the base, you feel. Pick and go. Emily Robinson scores.
Certainly not the ascendancy of the previous scrums that Exeter have had, but enough that they get that nudge go forward. No penalty advantage, but nicely picked up from the base. And an easy run in.
Would you like the timings again, Tam? Of course. Thank you.
That is certainly not the action you want as you've just come on. Your scrum going backwards and conceding a try.
As I say, they were up against it anyway.
That's 30.
With 8 against 8. But when you lose one of your regular forwards, used to locking out that particular scrum, then you can have an issue as well. McGovern's been good off the tee so far. She stays that way. And we have a 5-point game. Plenty to play for in this game. We're into the final quarter.
Be interesting to see what the decision makers at Sale do to manage this next kind of 10-minute block with the yellow card and a player down while they've still got the lead. How much of this can they maintain? It's almost, do they go into that damage limitation mode and shore up and keep the ball in the opposition half?
So you're the experienced player. You tell me, what would you do?
Not a decision maker, Andrew, but I certainly would be plugging the back corners and keeping them down in this part of the pitch and taking the points where you can. Any kind of penalty in this zone, I'd be looking to keep the scoreboard ticking over while you're a player down.
Lucy Nye is on at scrum half for Exeter, replacing Flo Robinson. There she is. That nice clean shirt is available and clear to see. Tessier does well. Finds the stands on the far side.
Is Crump will play on? If it's Crump will play on, Georgie.
Sharks line out then.
Who is it, please, Owen? Winger will play on.
Well, there is a player struggling, but
Georgie, let's go. It's a winger,
the referee
please.
is saying if it's only cramp, we don't stop for cramp, we carry on.
If it's only a winger, we play on. Is that like one of those superfluous positions?
They're near enough to the touchline, just wheel them off.
Let's go.
Right then, the throw. Good drill from the Sharks, that one. Peel away. And Howard just finds a little bit of space on the inside shoulder. Penalty advantage coming.
Play on.
Talling finds her playmaker. Aitchison's going cross-field kick. That could be useful. Lovely take from Campbell. Comes back inside.
Rona Lloyd will be really disappointed to think you thought that was her. Nice little inside step, though,
My
to gain
apologies.
those extra metres.
My apologies indeed.
And they're really attacking here with some gusto, getting that ball moving quickly.
Knock on there. There we go.
Now the knock-on means that the phase ends, but nothing comes from the penalty advantage. Sharks go again. That was a lovely crossfield kick, though, wasn't it?
Oh,
10 white. Ball clear.
that connection between the 10s and the wingers, or actually all of the back line, has been good all day.
Tell you what, player of the match is going to be tricky on this one, because there's still plenty to play in this game.
On the line, please.
If Sale get up, then Holly Aitchison's absolutely going to be front and centre of things.
She's been pulling the strings for sure.
You happy to carry on? Okay.
And to be honest, I'd give you
Okay,
any one of the
on the line, please.
Exeter Chiefs pack who are certainly carrying them through this physical encounter, this battle, as it were.
So stolen at the front it was. just at the time you do not want a little wobble in your set piece.
Hands away! Off a foot! No!
There's a lot of pressure coming on from Howard there. Talling with the follow-up tackle.
Okay, back foot back, your side. Thank you.
Already been charged down once, doesn't make the same mistake again. Oh, and finds an absolute beauty. Threads the eye of the needle and all the way off the dance floor.
Oh, it's an excellent kick under pressure there. Unfortunate for Sale with that error in the line out that allows an easy turnover for Exeter, and they've exited with good composure.
Go step across. Numbers, please. Georgie, numbers, please. 5.
Sharks line out then. Last one got stolen. No chance of that this time around. Do you know what? The carry was almost too good there, because managed to clear everyone out of the way, which enabled Chiefs to come in. But unfortunately,
left the ball vulnerable, and unfortunately for the Exeter Chiefs player, came off her feet over the top of the ruck. You can't really lose your feet anywhere and around the breakdown.
So the two Blue Sail players have gone so far past the ball, it means Exeter can then come in and get on it. Maloney McDonald's, though, not able to keep her balance. Now, this is an interesting call. Penalty on the 10 metres, bang in front of the sticks in a close game.
Guys, anything I need to be aware of?
And Holly Aitchison's in your side.
I'm a really, really big fan of this, and that might be boring for me to say. But honestly, you know, you go potentially 29-21. That puts you out of that converted try-scoring reach. You kill a minute on the clock. Very sensible play.
Doesn't quite get there, though. Tessier's going to send it to the right-hand side. Maisie Allen with the carry. I need you to come up with 4 names, contenders for player of the match. So you've got about 30 seconds. Good luck.
All on me, Andrew, thank you.
Yeah, good luck, Molly. I'll continue watching for the time being. McGovern, Tessier. There is a little bit of space out there.
Penalty advantage. 10 blue.
Contenders for the player of the match will be on the YouTube channel. Is this a break that could make that list? Chiefs up over halfway.
Advantage over.
Van der Velden with a really good carry there. Wall in as the link as it now goes out to the right-hand side. Buchanan. Tackle made. And the...
Line out, cool. Okay, thank you. On the line, please.
Right.
Emily, your player was just getting treatment as well.
A couple of players down, which is the reason for the pause in play.
Feels like an appropriate time to comment on how muddy the Exeter Chiefs forwards look versus how clean their backline appears. How much contact have we been avoiding this afternoon? And is that going to play a part in the last 5 minutes? How tired are your forwards? How fit?
Well, the throw was eventually just dumped in at the front to Morwenna Talling. I think Exeter spotted that one coming.
Oh, it's some nice variation for a thrower that doesn't regularly throw in matches is having a special play like that. But unfortunately, for Sale left it too easy to read.
Evie Wells and Olivia Ortiz coming on for the Sharks, and as you can see, Charlotte Frey's back with us as well. But in a defensive situation, Exeter win the line-outs. They've got penalty advantage as well, so they can have a crack at this, and if it doesn't work out, come back and have another bite at the cherry. Into the back line it goes.
Oh. Rona Lloyd, what a read.
Got straight in and the ball is turned over, but of course we were playing penalty advantage. So it will go back for the Chiefs. McGovern will try and pop this down the right-hand side, you would imagine.
20 blue, side entry.
That's Charlotte Frey that's pulled out for the side entry at the maul.
To be honest, it wasn't stopping that power that was coming through from that Chiefs driving maul, the punch and momentum that they were gaining.
Discipline here, please. Georgie, discipline, please.
Was a good read from the Sale defence, but you feel that the Chiefs are just going to go back to modus operandi number one here. This is going to be catch, drive, and can you stop us? Right, your player of the match poll is now live in the comments on the YouTube, so get involved, get voting, keep watching. Emily Robinson wins the line-outs. They're rolling it around the left shoulder. They've got 3 or 4 blue shirts out of the way. Tackle made. Lucy Nye was just looking at the back line saying, do we want it? And I think the forwards just want to get in there. Oh, almost turned over by Jarell Searcy, not able to. Van der Velden. Dorothy Wall. 5 out from the try line. Maisie Allen rides the contact, gets it to the deck. Hope Rogers. Not this time. Chiefs are getting closer. Ball isn't there, isn't held up. Round the edge again. Rogers. Try given. Chiefs lead again.
And Hope Rogers strikes again. I don't know how many tries I've seen her score like that in this league.
I shall amend that. Chiefs lead again if the conversion is successful. It's, of course, level at the moment. It's her second try of the season. Got one against the Trailfinders. And that, she just refused to give up.
Oh, it's all power that close to the line, and you could see the energy that Chiefs were approaching each of those breakdowns and their work rate to just go and go and go again, and it almost felt inevitable at the end there. Unfortunately, we've had an error in the kick. First of the game from McGovern. Exeter don't
For
convert.
the lead. The first one she's missed. It remains 26 apiece. It's almost like they wanted a bit more drama in this game.
It's certainly not over yet, and does that change the dynamic in the last few minutes?
Jason Garrick and Simon Park looked at each other and didn't raise the flags. Final stages of this one. It was out. Sale were allowed to come round and make the tackle. Do not want to be giving a turnover away here if you're Exeter. Again, there's so much pressure on at that breakdown. Lucy Nye's having to work so hard just to get her hands on the ball. Amy Rule knew she was going to get whacked then, just accepted it. Oh, it's back to Tessier now. Which way did she drop it? It's a knock on. You want to know this feeling in this one? There you go.
What is this feeling? Crowd back in full voice. Opportunity here for Sale to finish on a high that they've been missing the last few matches. And these are your pressure moments. These are your high pressure moments where you hope your talented high pressure players put their hands up.
Which way is this game going to go next? It's flipped and flopped. It's all to play for. Both sides have got the try bonus point already. They're looking for the win. So at the moment, with a draw, they're taking 3 points each. One of them would love to be taking 5, but which team is it? Is the player of the match? Is that moment that decides this still to be played out?
I won't hold my breath for these last few moments. It's also worth noting that both starting props for Exeter are still on the pitch. Like, that is some shift for those girls to be putting in. The amount of scrummaging and carrying and defending that they have been doing and still performing. Like, really, really, really impressive stuff.
Generally speaking, 50, 55 minutes. That's a good shift. 77, 78. That's superhuman level.
I'll take my hat off to them.
Set.
Now the scrum. It's Hope Rogers who's been called for going early, and because that's the second time, it's normally a free kick offence, but the second offence turns it into the full penalty. Now that means you could potentially take the shot at goal here. I will just remind you, our clock on the screen is not official. So, well, they've decided not to take the shot at goal. They're going to take it and go. That is the opportunity. Evie Wills drives it forward.
It's certainly something you're seeing more of in rugby union now, is the use of that tap play as a modus to attack.
Ortiz definitely, she's trying so hard to get her hands on the ball, the scrum half. And it collapses down. It is a failed maul. It is a turnover, therefore Exeter will put into the scrum. And the last player up is Amy Rule. That's the other thing, because it's a maul, you don't have to clear out of the way. You can stay in there, you can hang on to the ball. And that's exactly what she did.
Yeah, like the ambition to play one of your set plays doesn't pay off for Sale here. And again, Amy Rule in the 79-minute prop, making that turnover. Like, big-time movement for big-time players.
Don't step off.
So the update from the match officials, there is about 2.5 minutes to play. Exeter have dominated the scrums. That one's going to go down. That will take a few seconds to reset.
Even with a couple of minutes to go here, pressure's still on Chiefs. They've got 80 metres to travel, 80 metres, 90 metres to travel to get points. So if Sale can keep them pinned down in this corner, it's going to make life really, really tough.
There has never been a draw between these two in the PWR. 12 previous meetings, Exeter with 10 wins. Sale looking for just their third, therefore. And to be fair, Exeter have dominated previous meetings. Average points scored, 40 in this match. Sale's average, well, they're way past that today, 9. Now Sale are accused of going early in the scrum. Only a free kick offence. Just give it Dorothy Wall and ask her to run 95 metres with it. Oh, I thought she was going to get held up there. But she does get the knee to ground.
Backwards.
McGovern's playing this. Chiefs are being brave. Buchanan there, having to work really hard. Is there an overlap coming? Oh, that closed up pretty sharpishly.
Guys, can you hear me?
I think Chiefs are going to have to throw the kitchen sink at this if they want to have an opportunity to win the game and not just draw or lose it. So let's see what they've got in these few minutes.
Tessier, pull back to McGovern. Buchanan's getting flirting with the touchline. Maloney McDonald, it goes backwards. Robinson is able to place it. She wasn't supporting her body weight, Paris Redding, so she's called off. We have reached just about the final play, and at the moment it's Exeter going side to side rather than forwards. Sale are defending as with everything that they've got. It's only going to take one line break though, potentially. Well, it's been intercepted. Now, can we go the other way? Do we have a Sharks victory? Space out on the left-hand side is where it's going. Good tackle. Maloney McDonald with the tackle. Jarrell Searcy fighting so hard to get a good placement. Strong carry from Roach. Well, let's just keep on playing. We'll stay here all night. Let's just play next one, the winner. Chiefs come up. But it's still available. Pick and go round the edge. Harper. Ortiz. Ball is lost, but it's lost backwards. Play on. Penalty advantage now. Free play. Or potentially a shot at goal to win it. They're going for the try. Howard out to the width. Left-hand side. Race for the corner. Jarrell Searcy. Held up. Chiefs and smothered around. And it's over the sideline on the far side. Now, is that sufficient penalty advantage? No, we're coming back.
Now, I'm here as a Sale Sharks supporter, and I don't know if a 40-metre gain line carry is not exhausting the advantage, but it gives Sharks one more opportunity.
Well, what we do know is if Holly Aitchison hit that last penalty full and clean, it's just out of her range because she had a similar one that landed short. This is the replay. Jarrell Searcy. It's a great tackle. It's Flutie who makes the tackle, Maddie Flutie. And Sale have decided they're going to put all the chips on the right boot of Holly Aitchison.
What a moment. What a last 5 minutes of this game.
Now, what I would say is it might be on the edge of the range, so get your chasers all after it, because if it's not successful, it could ricochet and go anywhere, and the game still potentially goes on. But let's deal with the first part first. It's on its way. The kick isn't landed. Now, how ambitious are Chiefs? Well, they're going from behind their own line. And there are numbers out to the left-hand side. Tackle was made, and we're into touch. And the fun's over. Wow. 26 points apiece. In a way, it might feel about right, I think, that. Both sides have had an absolute tear at that one. It was close at half-time. Exeter 14-12 up. We finish at 26 points apiece. Molly.
What an electric last 5 minutes of rugby. You know, that's why we play the game. I actually don't think that's what many people thought they were going to see today. I think both sides will probably feel hard done by. Both sides will probably feel like they could have taken the win there. There were opportunities for both teams to do that, and unfortunately we're left here at a stalemate.
Well, that woman that you're looking at, probably no real surprise, Holly Aitchison is your player of the match for this one. I mean, look, she was just quality from first minute to last, wasn't she? Controlled the possession, controlled the territory, the kicking game. Fine game.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about her kicking game, and she had that ball on a string to help Sale with their territory and their ability to attack, but her distribution as well. Like, that ball has been moving really, really well for Sharks' backline, and that's you see that in all of the previous rounds as well. They're scoring a lot more tries than they have been in previous fixtures last season.
What an absolute belter that's been. Thoroughly enjoyable afternoon. The Mawson Stadium has enjoyed it. They'll be disappointed that they've not been able to take the full points, the home supporters, but it was an absolute ding-dong battle. 26 points apiece. Sale Sharks 26, Exeter Chiefs 26. So let's relive all of that, shall we? Lloyd round the corner. Score. Feels a while ago, that one now, doesn't it?
Certainly. Then we've got Shona Campbell absolutely slicing through Exeter Chiefs defence with a beautiful bit of individual work.
It's the balance, it's the footwork, and then the pace to finish it off. Took a while for Chiefs to really get into their stride, but they did through some good close range forward play, not once but twice.
Well, that's it. It doesn't have to look pretty to keep you in the game, and they certainly kept their hopes alive and won that second quarter.
All sorts of pressure at that particular breakdown from Sale, and that led to the try. Almost immediately, though. Exeter back down the other end and at it again.
Yeah, and their scrum, that set piece, was a real platform for them today. An ability to attack and gave them advantage, and that's just... The forwards will be absolutely delighted with that kind of try.
It was an old-fashioned rugby kind of day with a slightly boggy pitch. And that is why so many of these highlights are the forwards in and around the try line. Liv McGovern wasn't able to add the conversion, and then that shot to win it at the end from Holly Aitchison. She wasn't able to manage it, but there you go. That is full time.
I think some positives for both teams to take away from this. Sale still looking really electric with their backline and being able to score, and then staying in the fight when they were under pressure. And Exeter, even when they're not in the ascendancy, still able to score tries. What a game.
Absolutely. It was a really impressive performance actually today, because there were times it ebbed and flowed, and you know, when things are positive, everything's great, and then sometimes you have to nail it back down, and it was a real ebb and flow kind of game, this one. No side dominated, but no side was ever out of it either, and it was one of those that sort of kept you interested and sort of kept you thinking you were definitely in with a shout of this game all the way through.
And I think, like you said earlier, the scoreboard reflects that. Perfect. Well, not perfect if you're a Sharks or a Chiefs fan, but they'll take the points either way.
Absolutely. Now, Laura Perrin had a pretty decent afternoon. Let's have a look at some of her highlights. It's a good, strong carry, that, isn't it?
She is a hard ball carrier. Defensively strong.
And we can now add good in the air as well. I mean, that's your all-round package, that, isn't it?
Triple threat, yeah. It's been interesting with Sharks as centres that other than Katana Howard, there's been a fair amount of rotation. It's kind of like they're looking for what combination works best for this group. And Perrin certainly put her hand up today for that.
Well, deep breaths all round at the end of this one. It is a busy weekend in the PWR, of course. This was the first game of the weekend to get underway. So we're done and dusted. And 2 more games underway already. And then tomorrow, Bears against Gloucester Hartpury to round out another very impressive round in the PWR. So thank you very much for being with us today. Molly, thank you very much for your company. Really enjoyed that on the commentary. Well, there you go. We thought it would be tight. We thought there wouldn't be much in it, and there wasn't. 26 points apiece. The points are shared 3 apiece. As you can see, a lot of happy faces amongst the Sale camp. I imagine there'll probably be some in the Exeter one as well, but they'll be probably thinking about a 4-hour bus journey that there'll be plenty of time to ruminate on things. But another cracking game in the PWR. Be sure to join us back very shortly for your next round of games.